Oh boy, 2 streams in a single day? That's right. Oh, I need to change the title. How's it going, fellow apes? This is Professor Meatball. I am Andrew, and right now AMC is up another 15%. Now, I was combing through the comments. A couple of you GME, lovely, beautiful apes, thinks that AMC is currently a distraction. It certainly is playing into the FOMO that exists, but I do want you guys to note that we have here. AMC is up to $7.50. We are trying to reach a level of support that is slightly higher, and if we can reach that $8 beautiful support, we are going to be in really good shape. How's it going, those of you who joined me at market open? We are going to go all the way until market close. Hopefully you guys are going to learn a couple of things. My name is Andrew. I'm a data scientist here in Silicon Valley. This is Professor Meatball, and the first thing I want to talk to you guys is I will never ask you to send me cryptocurrency. Why do I have to say that? Well, I have to note that some of my good friends, including Dominic's, have received messages from Discord of people pretending to be me, and you guys might have seen someone has already created a YouTube channel called Andrew Mo and has tried to fish some information out of you guys. So let's look at this hilarious saga of how Dominic's is fending off this scammer and trying to counter scam this scammer here. It seems like I say, this is the scammer version of me. I say, real Dominic's, are you there? He says, yeah, how can I help? I say, hey, Dominic's, do you have ETH? A question mark on its own line. Dominic says, I don't. Why is that? I say, I want to buy, but my credit card limit is over. That already should be suspicious as heck to you guys. But remember, if I talk to you, and it seems like I'm just asking you for money, this is a phishing scam. Dominic says, sure, you can transfer your BTC to my wallet. I'll buy ETH and transfer it to yours. How does that sound? I'll give you my wallet address. So this is where I say, uh-oh, what platform? Dominic says Discord. Dominic also then says, I say, I'll not scam you, bro. I am an Asian American, but I definitely speak the language fluently. So be real careful with this. I trust you, that's why I'm willing to help. But if you don't trust me, then why ask in the first place? Do you trust me or not? I say, is very high, bro. Semicolon capital C. I will never make a smiley face like that, so that's another giveaway. And then Real Dominic says, I didn't ask you to send me your BTC. You asked me to help you buy ETH, and you will pay me in BTC. Now you are saying that the transfer fee is high. I'm confused. Isn't me sending me your BTC what you will do eventually? So do you trust me or not? I am asking if you have ETH, as it will have it, as fees are not to send to another wallet. I will cover this in an actual video itself about scammers on this channel, because I think one of Graham Stefan's most famous videos is when he scammed a scammer. It is pretty fun to be able to dive in here. Don't you know what the word of courtesy means? You ask for help, not me. It is courteous of you to send me your BTC. Asking me to send mine first is rude, don't you think? Yeah, don't be rude to your fellow friends. And it seems like a good friend of mine, my first patron, Francisco, has also seen the second Andrew Mo trying to talk to you. If it talks to you and it isn't me that says data science and corgis and a link to my YouTube channel, be super careful. All right, so that phishing report is done. Either on YouTube or Discord, be careful of when I directly talk to you for no reason. And with that, let us go back to AMC. We are following the rise of a century. We noticed that everybody on my watch list is in the red today. The last time we checked Tilray and Sundial, they were down greater than 10%, around 15%. It seems like Sundial is the only one that has taken the brunt of that 15%. Everybody is above negative 10% now. If we look at good old Palantir, we have only negative 5%. So if you guys bought at the very dip, that would have actually been pretty profitable. Let's look at Tesla as well to make sure that these other stocks are coming on their back up. 690 on Tesla right now, looking good. Seems like it is having trouble beating this level of resistance at 690, but we will see. And of course, our champion, our reigning champion GME is still down 5%. That's okay. It was better than when it was down 12% earlier today. And Bitcoin, when I first started out, was at 47,000 when I first started streaming. Now it just went up $500. It is dipping onto the bottom of that barrel, so it's not going to stay there for long. If you do want to jump on this Bitcoin train before it leaves the station, I have pinned that link down below and above. Sorry, not down below. Bitcoin's not home. Quick, while it's not looking, get your $250 in Bitcoin while there's still time. Okay, so now that we're talking all about X, Y, and Z, let's go back to some delicious green looking nuggies. And we have Deus Payne here saying AMC should hit 200 mil volume by end of day, already rocketing up to 175 million. Great volume. Hey, check out AutoZone, says Lawrence. Oh yeah, AutoZone and Six Flags is two of the stocks you guys want me to check out. Harry says it went from 1812 to 1814. How can it skip a minute? That's crazy. Lucas says, who cares about the stock market or the economy as long as GME moons? Am I right? This guy is chaotic neutral. The Geo designer says, bruh, I'm finally breaking even on AMC. Let's go. Stock Market King says, hello. Davis Payne says, I'm up $75 tendies on AMC and down $100 tendies on GME. As of right now, it seems like AMC has the limelight. Don't be fooled. This is the markets making its way, correcting a couple of stocks that should be different prices. Of course, we did an entire DD on AMC yesterday. If you guys want to look at that, it covers a lot of not only the news, but a little bit of technical analysis. Do take note that I did make a weird whoopsie in my mouth. I said oversold when I was looking at the RSI, but I meant to say overbought. Let's see. Mike C says, hi, Andrew. Dustin says, mo money. What's going on, Dustin and Mike? Nash says, did you give Meatball a snack for hitting 200 likes in the stream a few hours ago? Let's give him one right now. Every 50 likes, Meatball gets a treat. And he's happy to do it here. A couple of you imagine that I do not pet Meatball enough. Meatball, I pet him all the time if we're not in the stream. He just curls up with me on the couch. But for now, we're going to do just 10 seconds of Meatball cuddles. Here we go. All right, that's all you get for today. Just kidding. But we'll get more Meatball cuddles in just a second. We have more people coming on in. They're talking about whoop, whoop, AMC. They're trying to average down some more. Andrew, this is a good time to buy more AMC. When you see the green, that's when you're like, ooh, it's time for me to jump on in there. But what do the real financial advisors say? Of course, I am not one. This is all entertainment. So, and I have to very, very hard emphasize that all of the content on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice, because I am not a financial advisor. But buy the dip, right? Buy the dip is the motto. And currently, AMC is not in a dip. Right? Hard to say whether or not this is the time that it is about to moon, but we are going to do a bit of an analysis later and cover a little bit of news as well. DK says, Meatball rules. In your opinion, do you think NEO will dip more tomorrow, and Tesla for that matter, now that they have recovered a little? Thank you so much for being awesome. I appreciate you, DK, for being awesome. That is a question that honestly ends up being the fact that this correction that is happening, is it the worst that could possibly happen? Well, in terms of analysts and other people's expectations, it isn't that crazy. The stocks that tumbled really only tumbled up to 20%, except CCIV. Of course, we're going to cover CCIV in depth in just a second. But in the sense that tomorrow, do I feel more comfortable buying? I would feel more comfortable buying tomorrow. But today, I am shell-shocked. Right? It is really dangerous to try to buy a catching knife as it pierces through your hand. Oh, we got 50 likes, Meatball. That, and you know what that means. It means a little bit of treat by my side. All right. What was a doll, Meatball? Amazon buying AMC. Is that true? I need to see some source for that. I need to see a link. Chris Lee Lansford says, is that the Doge dog? Yeah. Meatball? How much is Doge worth today? Is it still under 50 cents? Because that would be sad. It's a Dogecoin. Oh, it's still under 50 cents. Oh no. I really was almost about to go in on Dogecoin at 6.9 cents. But remember, Bitcoin currently has the backing of the institutions. That's what makes Bitcoin king, as of right now at least. Let's see. We got realistic moon price. Yeah, we can cover that as well. What are your thoughts about TRVG for post-pandemic? Yeah, we can talk about TRVG. We got AutoZone. We got Six Flags. We got TRVG. Frankie says, can you check out the KDJ indicator on the daily chart for AMC? We finally see a crossover. Also, Meatball is coming to the moon too. Meatball, get your boots ready. All right, so on the WeBull app, if you guys don't have the WeBull app, make sure that you get it. Make sure you get it. It's right in the description. Go grab your free 2 stocks in there. Right here, we have all the indicators that we can play with here. And if I go to edit indicators, I can have even more indicators I can play with here. All right, so what we're gonna press right here is the KDJ, the stochastic oscillator. We're gonna press done. And we see, oh, my microphone is blocking. But we do see a good amount of overlap here. If you guys want me to go through in an in-depth analysis of exactly how to use the RSI as well as the KDJ, that is something that we can consider. Let's look at the AMC in question. And we see that currently in terms of RSI, it is starting to become closer to that 30 limit. Now, if the RSI ever dips below 30, then we can start indicating that it is likely oversold. It is dipping a little bit because it has meeting that resistance level at 750. That's the level of resistance that it has tried to meet in the past. The beginning of today, it tried to go past 750, rejected earlier at what time? 1207, and then if we go a little bit further back, the last level of resistance that was higher, I marked it here at 650. So it is currently trying to make its way downtown. The next level I have marked on the 30-minute chart is gonna be that $8 mark. So that's $8 mark. The AMC was able to reach on the 5th of February. These levels of technical support and resistance are important to track because we need to know what were previous points where it could not break out of and where last it was able to bounce off of. In that sense, it is going to be able to help us understand exactly when the risk to reward ratio is high enough for us to get in and buy those tendies. A beautiful heartbeat says, what crypto exchanges allow you to scalp? I notice Robinhood is horrible and lags your trades and always buys high and sells low. I'm not sure what scalping specifically refers to. Not enough for Meatball's treat. Your side portfolio looks like Brad Pitt's. Wicked Hustles guy. Rumors are that, just so you guys know, this is not my portfolio. These are just stocks that I'm watching. Mostly they are tickers. When you guys shout them out, that's what shows up on the left side, and they are all doing bad except for Goodyear, which is slightly up. And let's keep reading. Wicked Hustle guy says, rumors are that the AMC Amazon news piece was a French translation of an old article. Yeah, I covered that like a live stream last week about the idea that Amazon was thinking about taking on AMC. Why would they translate a French article unless they're trying to fool us? But we are not going to be fooled. We are going to the moon. We like this stock. Hold on, let me just show off this shirt. Look at this cool shirt, right? I did not make this shirt. I was reached out by one of you, Friend Apes, that was trying to make this shirt a big part of the GME experience, and all of the money that he makes off of the shirt, he said he's going to go straight back to GME. So if you guys want this shirt, a couple dozen of you have already bought this shirt, but go ahead in the description and grab a 15% discount on the way out. But in talks of plugs that I've promised to plug, these are all just plugs from apes such as you guys who want to see people like Yapali? No. NB Bless? Oh yeah, here we go. So NB Bless says he's representing a community of over 550 members that would like to have a goal to recall all GME shares before 4/20/2021. So he says, go out and check this out, GME stockholders. Did you know you have rights? I did cover a lot of this information last time. So if you guys want to join that, I'm going to put this Reddit link in the description below, and go ahead and check out their Discord as well. So if you guys want to be able to join that, shouting it out just like I promised. If you guys are a friend ape that have your own thoughts and desires about how to squeeze GME, I'm always here to become a voice box for you guys. We also have someone who has created a song about GME. They sent me the song. I have not yet heard of it, but and I also probably cannot play it depending on what kind of swear words are in the song, but I'm also going to put it in the live stream right there. You guys can check it out. These are just fellow apes just like you guys. They're not businesses. They're not hedge funds. They're not fake. They're real. And now back to the music. Let's look at some of these comments here. What's up? Oh, what's up, Francisco? I was just talking about you. Go ahead and scroll on back. A beautiful heartbeat day trading. Jason Gooding says, what is your opinion on Nokia? It was probably about time that we talk about Nokia. Why are you still with Robinhood, says JC. I am not. Did you see my Robinhood somewhere? I think everyone should be taking your money out of Robinhood, putting it into WeBull, and grabbing a couple of free stocks on the way up there. So go ahead and grab that over on the description down below. Young Money Future says, spread the word. With more volume, we will set up for the squeeze in AMC. Very true. We need that volume up. However, please keep in mind that none of the comments should be taken as financial advice either, but 100% everything comes out of my mouth is not financial advice. Nick himself says, I think Amazon is trying to partner with AMC to ensure Lord of the Rings shows up on screens and TV. That's easy money for Amazon to take from Lord of the Ring fans. I am a big Lord of the Ring fan. I finally finished the original trilogy, and honestly, I don't know why I watched like a lot of the old Lord of the Rings stuff without giving the actual old trilogy a shot. Let us go through a little bit of DD. One of no other says, hi Andrew, what's the best way to contact you or send you article for info? You can go ahead and go on my Discord or Instagram. I think Instagram is the place that I treat as a place of truth, because it's really hard to impersonate to be me on Instagram. So that's usually the best place to reach out to me. Once again, we covered a lot of phishing tactics in the beginning of this video. If I ever reach out to you and I pretend to be someone else, or I pretend to ask you for money, that is likely someone else pretending to be me, if it is either on Discord or in the comments down below. And my comments look completely different because they're going to be bolded and all these other things. Okay, so let's look at some DD. We got some AMC recovery play. We got passive investing, positive feedback loops, potential COVID vaccine in Ocugen. Ooh, Ocugen. So people have been talking about Ocugen a good amount. I actually do want to give Ocugen a fair shake. But it seems like we got some DD on AMC here. Let's give it a looky-loo. Before they continue, guys, this is a real potential two-bagger at the price. No, they are not a bag holder trying to get out. They try to post good information. Look at IMAX as a perfect example. IMAX has a big market share in China, and China being first out of the lockdown, still some partial lockdown in different cities, is recovering and everyone wants to go out and watch movies. That is why IMAX killed their earnings. This will happen in the US as well, 100%. New York partially opened their theaters, and this will continue across the board. It was just a matter of time. Very important. AMC will not go into bankruptcy. This is the key factor here. They just raised another $917 million, so bankruptcy is completely out of the question. This in itself is already very bullish, as you don't have to wake up one morning and find your company filing for Chapter 11. Yes, they won't be able to restructure their debt, but it is much easier for them to raise cash, and your shares won't turn into fairy dust. There's a lot of interest from the retail public publicity on this stock from the whole saga a month ago, and look at the options chain. There are a lot of interest future out, so there are a lot of bullish investors. Since there is a dilution of 3x the outstanding shares to avoid bankruptcy, everyone should note that at $10 a share today, it is already at its ATH. So play your options carefully. But then again, valuation multiples are much higher today than it was before. Don't play with money that you can't afford to lose. Please, please, please do not do it. And then finally, potential buyout from the big boys. Doubt it. Remember, those of you who are saying Amazon, highly doubt, but it's possible. Note, they have earnings in 2 days, February 25th. So in February 25th, AMC is going to give us some information to chew on. It will probably beat estimate, but honestly, no one knows. If you want to be safe, maybe wait for the dip on earnings report and buy in after the report and before the earnings call, because earnings call will for sure be super bullish from management. You can buy the gap. And actually, let's read this article too to fully understand what we're getting ourselves into. Nasdaq.com. AMC Entertainment AMC expected to beat earnings estimate. What to know ahead of Q4 release. Okay, let's do another AMC video. Actually, is this it? No, there's a whole lot. Oh, this is great. Well, I'm going to prepare another AMC video a little later, but if this is the content you guys are coming to see, AMC seems to be in great shape. All right, let's read a couple of your comments. Let's actually read your comments with the big camera there. Okay. One of no other says, sending now. It might be interesting to go over on the video as everyone was into the squeeze based on the short interest when maybe they should have looked at short interest versus longs too. John Van says, bro, check out TMST with a bunch of emojis. TMST. Timken Steel. It's up 33%. That's pretty good. I'll look at that in just a second. Don't listen to Andrew. Listen to Meatball. Meatball? That's what I thought. What was the first stock I've ever purchased? I can't remember. I think the first stock I purchased was Costco because I really liked Costco. Either that or Amazon. That's a really good question. Yesterday was a good day for GME, but today was bad again. Well, we keep falling in and out of the favor. I mean, today is good for AMC, but who knows if tomorrow will bring something different. Let's see. Rich says, 2 dogs and a bottle of whiskey now. Following on Instagram. Don't let me down. Boom. Thank you, bro. Go ahead and try to get me up to 1,000 followers on Insta. Actually, how close am I? If you get to be my 1,000 follower, that would be pretty crazy. Oh, I got 1,000 followers exactly. Yay! Look, it happened on stream. I think if you just followed me, who just said that? Who said that? Rich Bulldog. If you are my 1,000th follower, I want you to message me. We're gonna do something later. But thank you guys, all of you who are following me. Let's get me up to 2,000 followers. But I do appreciate all of you that have followed me on YouTube. We're gonna continue making really good content for you guys. Let's see. Rule of thumb, says Taki Parel. If it's asking for money, the answer is usually no. Resnack, I'm at 50 shares of AMC. Jack Green says, Andrew is a legend. Meatball is a god. Love you both dearly. Thank you, Jack. Love you as well. Burnside, aren't there anti-monopoly rules in place where Amazon couldn't buy AMC since Amazon produces films? Possibly. But, like, it's not really about regulations in this question. It's the question of the day is really, does Amazon have a lot to benefit from buying AMC, or is it the amount of debt that they have to restructure and actually work with not actually even worth it at the end of the day? New to the channel, AMC. What's up, Ryan Whiting? We got some tickers. We got EPD and S&P, please. We got ZOM and EBIX. Someone said they spent their life savings on GME and AMC. Well, you might be happy today, depending on when you bought in. We got the Binsk Way. I want to buy some more VOO. Should I wait for the correction, or will it go back sooner than we think? I'll let you know a little secret. It's really, really, really hard to predict exactly when the market is going to stop correcting itself. However, I would say if you were me, I would wait one more day just to understand exactly what's going to happen. I'm not touching a single buy until the only thing I'm doing is transferring my life savings into Bitcoin, so using BlockFi. So if you guys haven't had a chance yet, use that BlockFi link pinned above. And while you do that, I'm going to turn off the AC because it's the thing that's going. Don't move. Hardcore parkour. All right, now we're back to it. We got AMC owns assets. Assets are insulation from economic hardship. AMC is in a good spot to survive and thrive. We got Fourth Eye Innovation just followed. Stocks are rigged by suits. They can put any number on the price. They just change the rules right in your faces. Get physical assets. Be really careful because there is a lot of manipulation that suits and people can do. We got questions about Sundial. I released an entire video about weed stonks. Let me go ahead and share that with you. That was just from yesterday. So here's some weed stonk news for you. Kazna. Nightcal says, I need a new AC. Yeah, ideally. I need to put a work order in because I live in an apartment. I live in an apartment where they can fix it for free, I think. Meatball off the Zanny. Meatball, you okay? Get a little scratch? Get a little nose scratch? A little head scratch? There you go. All right, now it's back to the stocks. So as you guys might be aware, I take requests on the different tickers that you guys want to talk about. So one of you talked about TMST, Timken Steel. It is one of the only greens other than our beautiful AMC here is still up 15%, which is surprising to say the least. TMST, Timken Steel is up 33% today on the day. Let's see if there's any actual news about why. There's 3 hours ago something from Dow Jones. Data Talk. Oh, I love Data Talk. Data Talk is just their code for a couple of numbers. Timken price target announced at $10 a share. So it seems like their price target raised the perception of how it would actually overnight change, but it still isn't up to $10 yet, so it could still go up. Do insiders own a lot of shares of Timken Steel Corporation? Timken Steel to increase prices on special bar quality products. It seems like there's a lot of news about this company, but as of right now, it seems to all be coming from the hype about the company as of right now. I would say Timken had tried to get to a price of $8.50 earlier today, and when it was denied at $8.50, it dropped down to $7.80. That was the level of support, and then it rose all the way back up to $8.40, having gone as high as $9.26. That was when likely they were trying to match the price expectation that was set. I would say right now this stock is already has run away. Look at this beautiful little leapfrog action here. That was what we have, this bullish pennant. I think that if you bought there, knowing that a bullish pennant usually means good news the day before, you would be in good shape. But then I would have called you a crazy risk-taking person for trying to get in on a lesser-known stock when the going was getting bursty. The bubbles were looking bursty from the get-go. Let us make sure that we are giving AMC our due shake, and then go back to some of the questions here. Resnex is asking me questions about how many shares of GME I have. I covered that in a previous live stream, but I bought in at 250 plus and $10,000, so you can do the math there. Anthony Giovanno, hard day today, took some dry powder and I bought some dips. Bought some dips on my longs, didn't sell anything, waiting. Yeah, patience right now is probably the most important thing. Scooter McDuder says Stan Lee created Daredevil, therefore Stan Lee invented parkour. Changed my mind. No, I think you're right. I think Stan Lee invented the French art of parkour. AMC to $8. AMC is moving. Yeah, we're looking at AMC right now. It seems like the highest point it got to was $7.76, really close to that $8 figure. We're looking for it. We're looking for it. Does the AMC chart show a George W right now? I don't know. but it is starting to peak over that 70 RSI, which means it is starting to look like it is overbought. So be careful. This is the same indicator that we saw in market close yesterday for AMC. Let's look at that AMC news here. So we have the AMC. We have that AMC report from the NASDAQ themselves. I think that would actually be pretty solid in terms of actual things that we can get to. So let's set up a video here. Let us move my camera a little bit. Gonna get this AMC update video. AMC Entertainment. Did not go into bankruptcy. Okay. Straight from the NASDAQ themselves. Okay, here we go. Let's start here. Okay. Meatball, did you see your new brother, Mr. Porg? Boop. You want one too? Boop. How's it going, guys? My name is Andrew. I am a data scientist here in Silicon Valley, and we have done some serious DD, some data-driven DD yesterday with AMC, and today we have even more information about exactly how the stock performed. Yesterday it was up 15% on the daily, and today, wow, look at that chart, up another 14 point change percent, and it will continue to go up until I have predicted a price of 8.08, which was the price of resistance that it had to pass on the 5th of February. So that is the last time we had to cross a price. I did an entire technical analysis on this on the previous video, so if you guys want to watch that, that is currently the price that we want to hit. But what I also want to cover today is the idea that AMC is about to deliver its earnings estimates out of 2 days from now. So right now it is the 23rd of February. AMC is up 15% after being up 15% yesterday, and we are expecting an earnings estimate in 2 days. So let us see what the NASDAQ.com has to say about AMC. They are expected to deliver a year-over-year decline in earnings on lower revenues when it reports results for the quarter ending December 2020. This widely known consensus outlook gives a good sense of the company's earnings picture, but how the actual results compare to these estimates is a powerful factor that could impact its near-term stock price. The earnings report might help the stock move higher if these key numbers are better than expectations. On the other hand, if they miss, the stock may actually move lower. While management's discussion of business conditions on the earnings call will mostly determine the sustainability of the immediate price change and future earnings expectations, it's worth having a handicapping insight into the odds of positive EPS surprise. So, the movie theater operator is expected to post quarterly loss of $3 per share in its upcoming report, which represents a year-over-year change of negative 1,000%. Of course, no one can go to the theaters right now unless you watch the new update video that I put out yesterday, which was about how New York is opening up its theaters at 25% capacity in just 2 weeks. Revenues are expected to be $180 million, down 87% from the year-ago quarter. The consensus EPS estimate for the quarter has been revised 37% higher over the last 30 days to the current level. This is essentially a reflection of how the covering analysts have collectively reassessed their initial estimates over the period. Investors should keep in mind that an aggregate change may not always reflect the direction of estimate revisions by each of the covering analysts. Price consensus and EPS surprise. So, right here, thank you, Sieta, for the super right here. Earnings whisper estimate revisions ahead of a company's earnings release offer clues to the business conditions for the period whose results are coming out. Our proprietary surprise prediction model, the Zacks Earnings ESP, has this insight at its core. The Zacks Earning ESP compares the most accurate estimate to the Zacks consensus estimate for the quarter. The most accurate estimate is the more recent version of the Zacks consensus EPS estimate. The idea here is that the analysts revising their estimates right before an earnings release have the latest information. So that could potentially be more accurate than what they and others contributing to the consensus had predicted earlier. Thus, a positive or negative earnings ESP reading theoretically indicates the likely deviation of the actual earnings from the consensus estimate. However, the model's predictive power is significant for positive ESP readings only. A positive earnings ESP is a strong predictor of an earnings beat, particularly when combined with Zacks rank number 1, strong buy, 2, buy, or 3, hold. Our research shows that stocks with this combination produce a positive surprise nearly 70% of the time, and a solid Zacks rank actually increases the predictive power of an earnings ESP. Please note that the negative earnings ESP reading is not indicative of an earnings miss. Our research shows that it is difficult to predict an earnings beat with any degree of confidence for stocks with negative earnings ESP readings and or Zacks rank of 4, sell, or 5, a strong sell. You actually get a lot of these reports directly in the WeBull app, which you should go ahead and download if you haven't had a chance to already and get off of Robinhood by now. How have the numbers shaped up for AMC Entertainment? For AMC, the most accurate estimate is higher than the Zacks consensus estimate, suggesting that analysts have recently become bullish on the company's earning prospects. This has resulted in an earnings ESP of plus 15%. On the other hand, the stock currently carries a Zacks rank of 2. So this combination indicates that AMC Entertainment will most likely beat the consensus EPS estimate. Does earnings surprise history hold any clue? Analysts are often considered to what extent a company has been able to match consensus estimates in the past while calculating their estimates for its future earnings. So it's worth taking a look at the surprise history for gauging its influence on the upcoming number. For the last reported quarter, it was expected that AMC Entertainment could post a loss of $4 per share when it actually produced a loss of $5.70 per share, delivering a surprise of negative 22%. Over the last quarter, the company has beaten consensus EPS estimates just once, but the bottom line here is that an earnings beat or miss may not be the sole basis for a stock moving higher or lower. Many stocks end up losing ground despite an earnings beat due to other factors that disappoint investors. Currently, right now, there are very few that could surprise us because of the positive news that came out of New York and the fact that the theaters are opening. Similarly, unforeseen catalysts help a number of stocks gain despite an earnings miss. That said, betting on stocks that are expected to beat earnings expectations does increase the odds of success. This is why it's worth checking a company's earnings ESP and Zacks rank ahead of its quarterly release. Make sure to utilize the NASDAQ earnings ESP filter to uncover the best stocks, blah, blah, blah. AMC Entertainment appears a compelling earnings beat candidate. However, investors should pay attention to other factors too for betting on the stock or staying away from it ahead of its earning release. Now, with that thought out of the way, what do you guys think in terms of AMC? How much are you in terms of AMC? And give us an idea of exactly what you want to do in terms of buying and holding. Remember, none of this information is financial advice. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. For now, but not for forever, peace. Okay, so that is the video for AMC. We're not quite done here yet. We got a super chat to thank. Thank you, Siete. Thoughts on Tesla falling to $400 if it grinds through $620 support? Also, can you make Meatball and Tendy's icon? I've seen channels with custom emojis. Heck, yes, I can. I am directly. You guys already know that Meatball emojis coming soon. If you guys have seen my Patreon, you guys know that I have little cartoon versions of me and Meatball over there. So I'm expecting to bring those emojis over, and I'm expecting to make some Tendies emojis as well. So if you guys are curious about what that looks like, and you haven't seen my Patreon quite yet, this is what it looks like. We got cute little emojis for Meatball over here. We got cute little emojis for me, and we have a cute little Meatball with the swag emoji here that I think you guys are gonna like a lot. And if you guys haven't checked out my Patreon yet, it is one of the best ways to support me directly. Invest in Andrew Coin is another way to think about it, and I just generally appreciate all of your support. I have a lot of comments to go through. It's raining men, hallelujah. I'm blue, dabu dee dabu die. Love you, short sellers, up, and away. Says Trollmaster, fictitious fables of Europa. Why the change in tone, says Tomas. On what topic? I'm pretty consistent in my tone. El Rene the 13th says, "What's up, Andrew? So I woke up late, missed out on the CCIV dip. Do you think that it'll hit low 30s again, or how long do you think these market corrections will last?" I believe that these market corrections are likely going to last until midweek, or maybe even later. At the very least, it is not going away today. So I would imagine that if you're trying to catch a falling knife, you are likely to end up as a bag holder if you're anything like me, who tried to catch the falling knife of GME at 250. However, Bitcoin is an institutional beast. Tesla has invested in it. We have Apple investing in it. We have a lot of big companies believing in Bitcoin. And so that's why if I invest in anything these next few days, it's going to be putting all my life savings in Bitcoin. G. Miller says, "I too know how to use Hadoop and R, but somehow I'm not a scientist. What gives?" Yeah, if you know how to use Hadoop and R, I think you're a scientist. Depends on if you're doing like experiments and stuff. Will we see more dips? Most likely, but of course, I can only give you guys the data. You guys have to make your own decisions. The Tyler Durden says, "My rubber chicken Phil just ate some pills, and now I'm worried about him." What is going on, guys? Are you quoting like song lyrics? A Beautiful Heartbeat says, "Some say bubble is popping and whole market 20% overpriced." Well, a lot of the market just saw a 20% haircut. So if this is as low as it goes, it would not surprise me if it dips again tomorrow. Panic sold 100% of the portfolio at 840. YOLO'd it all on AMC. Send help. Thumbs up. Yeah, that does sound like you need some help. Unfortunately, the only help I can give you is data and not any financial advice. Are pounds of bud considered a physical asset? Yes. Nightcal says, "Scooter McDuder, yeah, but the story he visits an urban area, who's to say the influence did not come from the jungle swinging caveman? I love hypotheticals." Hypotheticals, that's fun. You guys are really going wild in the live chat. Let's go. Aaron sounds like an 80-year-old man. What is Aaron saying? Aaron Steck. Green New Deal is 80% physical silver. No one in the chart. People are really talking about Aaron. Aaron, what are you saying in the chat? Tesla coming back quick. Okay, let's go make sure we catch up on Tesla. Well, Tesla looks like it's Tesla reached a low of 620. Honestly, if I wasn't live streaming, that would have been a great place to buy. If you bought in at 620, you would have already seen a 10% return already as the Tesla got up all the way past 690. It was actually at 700, and then it passed all the way. It's hovering around 690 right now, which is a fun number. Let's see, and I'm not forgetting about the super chat. Siete, I gotta talk about Tesla. Let's see. Lucas says, "Can you make some videos about GPT-3? Sure. I need access to GPT-3 first. If you can get me access to GPT-3, I will make as many videos as you want. Let's see. JT Rose. What is JT Rose saying? Oh yeah, it's a haircut, and it's a bad bowl cut at that. It is looking sad. Someone's saying, "Looking very handsome today," says Jarf. It says Jarf. It says Jeff Harmon. Thank you, man. I put eggs in too many baskets. Well, that's never a bad choice. Be Informed says, "You are awesome. I watch you every chance I get. Thank you." Thank you, Be Informed. You are the real MVP here, because you guys are educating yourselves. You're learning. You're building. It is good. Blaze Dones, "I sold all of my dividend portfolio and I'm going to buy dips over the week on MVIS, debt-free, and PLTR, beat earnings, GoV funding, hoping to use those to get into Tesla. Only 2 months in the market, lol." Those are pretty good, interesting plays. I'm not going to say that those are good or bad. I'm just saying that those are excellent strategies if you've done your research correctly. Six Flags gonna open up this year, and they're building one in Saudi Arabia. Why are they doing that? But that's so interesting. Let's see if Six Flags is actually on here. Oh, it is. It actually is a stock. That's interesting. All right, so we got Six Flags here. It is down 1%, but it seems like through the day it saw a pretty big increase. I think at open. Oh yeah, that was yesterday. So yesterday at open, it had a breakout from $42, and then it shot up from 42 to 46. So that's a 10% up. But tried to beat 46, got rejected. So this is the new level of resistance here. Dropped down to 43-ish. It seems to be hovering. Six Flags is I love Six Flags as a kid. I think that I think Six Flags is as of a meme stock in my opinion as the others. But it's probably not squeezed as much as the other ones. Andrew Mo Money says, Lucas, wait a second. They don't give you access as a professional, but me, the dumb student, gets access after 2 days? Seriously. Pew Pew. Something about people's names that'll be highlighted. Okay, interesting. How do I feel? Eli says, how do I feel about Apple call options? I feel like Apple is a blue chip that will just withstand all of this crazy market corrections, but in general, let's look at Apple. This is an REIT, so Apple is actually fine. APPL. I can't buy APPL. Oh, here it is. Down 1%. Apple's Tim Cook. Tim Apple says company plan for annual dividend increase. All right, thank you, Tim Apple. Let's see. You guys are going crazy in the live chat. I love that. Alex says, anyway, my plan is hold today and sell half tomorrow and reopen positions on other stocks. Be really careful when you're moving things around. Imagine this is like Black Friday in the 1920s, right? The people that moved all of their stuff around were the ones that really like ended up feeling the pain. Because as of right now, it is likely that the market is still closing in on a crash. If this was the crash today, there's two possible situations, right? If this was the crash today, then it's time to buy the dip. If you think that the crash is not quite finished, then be really careful moving forward. Why do you have the RuneScape coin stack as your sub icon? Did you used to play or still play RuneScape? RuneScape played religiously. And then one day I saw Meet Kevin had a very similar sub icon, and then I decided to Photoshop my own. So if it works for Meet Kevin, go ahead and click that sub icon right down. It's right in my face. Click it. Click that. In your opinion, Doge head and shoulders pattern? Dogecoin, have very little opinion about it other than it's a fun meme stock. We like the stock. But it doesn't have any of the market like short interest or anything else like actually deliciously exciting about Doge. So as of right now, I don't have too many thoughts about it. Nothing scarier than drunk Estonians. My family came from Ukraine. Okay. Wish I didn't read that comment, but let's keep it civil. Let's keep the positive vibes going in the chat. We have a couple of more DDs to cover before markets start to wrap up. We got a case for Tesla 2030. We've got, let me make my face big. We got Pepsi is a buy. Arc Bubble. 4 stocks they believe will make moderate to massive gains in approximately 3 to 9 months. Oh, interesting. So we got people are talking about AMD. AMD, NVDA, Ocugen. Okay, some of you were curious about Ocugen before. Potential COVID-19 vaccine in Ocugen. That's interesting. In terms of AMC news, I would imagine that the stonk is up, which we like. Hold on, where did AMC go? AMC. Yep, it's still up 15%. It is hanging out there steadily, honestly, and it's still not that close to the predicted price at $8. But let's see if it's gonna change anytime soon. Barron's just came out with a new report. AMC faces long road back as U.S. movie box office sales sink. All right. Tesla is in the hands of Reddit, says Barclay. Okay, interesting. What's in store for Marriott Vacations? Stocks AMC rally with 13% jump following NYC. This is just old news because I'm covering it right here. Wedbush has blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you guys have other tickers that you guys want me to check out, I think someone said, so I was the one that said Six Flags, but someone else said another stock that was like Six Flags in my brain. Alex Turcott says subscribe. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. We got Lee Payton says, wish my Korg was as chill as yours. Mine loves the Borks. Meatball likes the Borks too, in my opinion. But the reason why he is so chill is because he's sleep. He's sleep. He doesn't care about a couple of dips, a couple of red numbers all throughout the day. These numbers are just gonna go right back up. So he's not afraid at all. Bitcoin is dipping below 47,000, so this is big news. This might be the lowest it's gone in these last 2 days, which is good news if you want to sign up for BlockFi and get your free $250 of Bitcoin. I am 100% into Bitcoin these days. Very bullish, but I am still waiting, just like a lot of you, on a good time to buy. So if you are waiting, make sure to get your money into BlockFi as a stable coin, could be USD, and then transfer it into Bitcoin, which is the future of all fiat money. People are asking, is this a good time to buy AMC? Remember, it's so easy, like in a smooth brain's paper hander's brain, to be like, oh, if it's green, it's the only thing that's green today, I should buy. The green only means that it currently is on its way up, whereas everything else that's red is actually on sale. So that's an important point to note. That's right. I was going to do some Tesla news. I'm going to do some Tesla thoughts. Kathy Wood's funds take big hits. Yes. Okay, good. I mean, not good as in yes, but this is a good article to talk about. Lucid Motors humbly embarks on the difficult task of mass producing its electric cars. Humbly. That doesn't sound that good. All right, so I'm setting up for a analysis of Tesla and CCIV and NIO. Anything with NIO? Nope, that seems okay. Okay, so NIO, I'm going to set up some levels of support and resistance here. We got, sheesh, 10,000 drop for BTC. Yeah, it is big drop. It is time to go. Remember when Andrew feeds Meatball CBD? I don't, because I don't feed my dog any drugs. The only drug he needs is love. Here you go, Meatball. That's for, I'm assuming we got past 100 likes. I'm going to pay you guys ahead of time for 150. My like counter is not displaying as it should, but every 50 likes, Meatball gets a treat, and we like that. We like that. AMC, don't be fooled, guys. If it increases very fast between 2 p.m. and 3:15 p.m., it's not a power, but a reversal market manipulation. Look at the short yesterday, buy and hold 23.44 share at $17. Okay, interesting. What's up, KY? Says Andrew, you think hedge funds are ready to, for the AMC GME squeeze? That is the prevailing hypothesis currently. That all of these like red across the board is hedge funds deciding to like liquidate a lot of their sales, liquidate all their long positions so that they can prepare for when GME and AMC squeezes. It certainly is a compelling narrative in a vacuum. But as of right now, GameStop is not seeing the same gains as AMC. Can I get GME a little higher? Yes. Okay, good. So GME is seeing a 3% down. AMC is seeing 16% up. If this passes $8 on the live stream, I'm gonna go wild. Okay, so let's continue with our Tesla, NEO, and CCIV analysis. Actually bring it up here. CCIV still down 32%. Tesla down 3-ish%. NEO. This is for the super chat that Siete gave us. Awesome. Thank you for the support. We got some news. No, this is still swaggy stocks. Why does every single thing have swaggy stocks on here? NASDAQ drops 250 points. All right, so let's look at some levels of support and resistance for NEO. Okay, it's pretty clear. Okay, it seems like it's just a major sell-off at the moment. Previous level of resistance, 64 bucks. Really, it's more like 63. So drawing horizontal. Oh, hold on. Horizontal line. All right, this video is going to come out in just a hot second. So give me a baker's dozen amount of time. About 30 seconds worth of time, and then I will be with you guys. This is a level of support. What's up, Meatball? How you doing? Let's see. This is a level of support as well. And then they were rejected here at 62. And then let's see, can I get dotted lines? Yeah. Rejected here at 57. Okay, so that's NEO. Let's look at Tesla. This is the 1 hour chart. Here's a level of support. Here's a level of resistance up there. This is just like sideways trading. Another level of support and resistance. So this level of resistance was a previous level of support, which is not a great sign. And then this is a level of support. It's all the way down at $620. That's why it didn't pass 620. See, everything has a meaning. And the last time it actually had a level of good support is around like $500. So those are like $500, and then at 480. So it's really tricky to see whether or not these stocks are going to go up or down. Hope you guys are enjoying the ASMR. So we got CCIV. We got to understand where these stocks are going. Meatball. I know stocks are exciting. See, so who said that they're Corgi Borks? Mine Corgi Borks too. Let's get you up here, Mike. There. What's going on, you guys? I'm about to make a whole video thanks to a $20 super chat from Siete. Thank you, Siete. About all of these EV stonks. Especially the question of, is Tesla going at risk of dipping below 400? This is an important note. Okay. All right, so that's CCIV. Okay, 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart, you can't really see anything. 5 minute chart. There we go. Okay. Okay, sweet. When was the last time I hit this line? Daily chart, hard to see. Oh yeah, okay, so all the way back in the 5th. Oh, the 5th is the day, the big day. Sorry for scaring you, Sage. All right, so let's get into this. You see me, Miko? You see me? Let's get going, guys. Okay. How's it going? Those of you who like this stock and those of you who like Meatball and maybe some of you who like Andrew. My name is Andrew. This is the show where we talk about personal investments. We talk about exactly how to get you educated in the stock market, and we're going to talk today about these EV vehicles and the play. Currently, CCIV is having a massive sell-off, and it is not looking pretty. It is down 30% on the day. We are looking at Tesla and NIO. Tesla today had a big dip all the way down to $620, but it has seemed to recover a little bit, but it's still down 3% on the day. NIO, of course, has saw that exact same dip down all the way to $41, and then it has bounced a little bit back, and now it is at down 5% on the day. There's a lot of news that we need to cover. There's also a lot of important steps on the path of whether or not Tesla is going to shoot back above 800 or actually fall as low as 400 because of the technical levels of support and resistance that we have historically seen. So I would think you guys should watch until the end of the video to fully understand what I'm about to explain. So let us start with Tesla. So Tesla is currently at 690. That's down 3.5% on the day. And what we saw earlier today was that when it dipped all the way down to 620, that had us lowered down on the RSI, the relative strength index, below 30 RSI, which means that it at that point was oversold. A good amount of correction happened, and this new level of historical support is just a price point where a stock bounces off from. This is the new one at $620. Now, the ones that I've labeled here before, 760 and 790, were seen all the way back in early February. And the one that I want to make sure that you guys all take a note of is the fact that if we go out and see a macro view, which you guys could see, the purple line here is the exponential moving average, gives us a sense of the momentum that Tesla is having on a macro sense, and the blue line here is the 15-day moving average, gives us a little bit more of a micro view of what could happen. We zoom in to see that the last time that Tesla had a level of support that was lower than 620, which is exactly where it bounced off from today. See, the data does not lie, was all the way back in December. And if we see any amount of support lower than that, was all the way back in November, and where Tesla was all the way down at 555. And the next level of support and resistance that we would have Tesla fall all the way down to is $490. So Tesla has never mooned past $900. It has never hit that $1,000 hard mental barrier to try to pass that $1,000 mark. But as of right now, it seems that Tesla is either moving in a bearish momentum, as indicated by the RSI, and indicated by the micro view of the 15-day moving average. So Tesla, it is on its rocky feet right now, and I have to tell you that none of this is financial information, but I am vested in Tesla. Only 3 stocks. When my parents told me to buy some on Chinese New Year, it was at $800. So I am actually at a bit of a loss at Tesla at the moment, but just a couple of stocks wherever it counts. Now, importantly, we have 2 pieces of information here. We have Cathie Wood's funds takes 2 big hits as Tesla and the tech trade show signs of unwinding, and Lucid Motors humbly embarks on the difficult task of mass producing its electric cars. So before we cover that news, I want to be able to do a little bit of technical analysis for CCIV and for NIO as well. For NIO, we notice that we have these different lines of support and resistance, and what we have here is that the next possible level of support and resistance that we could look at is that we see the price could jump back up to $53, or if we zoom out and see a lower level, the last time that it got this low was all the way back in the December, and we would see a drop all the way down to $44. So in terms of risk and reward, it actually has a 50% chance to be able to drop lower or rise higher. So NEO right now is up in the air, and the risk reward is probably a little bit too on the 50 percentile to seem enticing for most people. However, CCIV is the king of the crop right now with a negative 30% on the day behavior. It is red candles all the way down, and it definitely is already improved on how far below it got today. It got all the way down to $30, and now it has recovered up to $38.70. If you see the historical levels of support and resistance, last time it got all the way up to $63. It bounced off of this new level at 34, and the next level that it could dip below is 27. So that actually has a pretty good risk to reward, as long as you understand that the market correction isn't quite on its last legs yet. These stocks are all red across the board, and if you are curious about whether or not this is a good time to buy into CCIV, only if your risk appetite allows it to either fall down even further to $27 or see it rise back up to a previous level of support at $63. This, of course, is not financial advice, and I hope you guys get some value out of understanding what these stocks are likely going to drop down to or rise up to. But now we're going to go and read a little bit of the news that we have to understand. Public perception is always 50% of the equation, and Cathie Wood's funds is a big proponent of these EV stocks right now. Some call it the Cathie Wood sell-off. At Open Tuesday, the top names owned by ARK Investment Management were the biggest decliners in the market. Palantir, Tesla, Roku, Square, PayPal, Teladoc, Baidu, Zillow, and Shopify, they were all down, and Spotify, by double digits. All were major holdings in funds like her flagship, ARK Innovation ETF. So as we can see here, big drop in the very beginning of the open market, and now we are seeing a little bit of a sideways motion here. It was like a mini panic, Alec Young from Technical Alpha told me. The market is getting concerned that the Fed is risking getting behind the curve of inflation, and the market is pricing in more inflation, which means lower prices for tech stocks. The market stopped dropping as Federal Reserve Chair Jay Powell's congressional testimony was released. Powell repeatedly emphasized he does not expect inflation to rise to troublesome levels. Monetary policy is accommodative and needs to continue being accommodative. Too many people on the boat? The damage has already been done. If you guys watched the live streams earlier, you would note that there is already so much double digits sell-offs for a lot of the companies that we've been tracking for the last few days to weeks. Fear of higher rates may have been the initial catalyst, but now, as Peter Tashir from Academy Securities told me, people are very aware that they are long a lot of stocks at very high valuations. The frothiness is now the catalyst, not rates, he told me. As for the current mania with everything Cathie Wood and ARK Investments, Tashir on Tuesday penned a piece called Noah's Ark for clients telling me too many people are on that boat. A lot of people, I think, have bet more than their risk appetite is comfortable with. ARK Innovation is about 15% from its recent high. And that is basically the culmination of all of these stocks dropping double digits right as the market opened. I don't think this is over. I think this may be the start of an unwind. Everyone assumed that there are super safe companies. Her management style seems to have doubled down on her bets, and a lot of this is starting to feel a little evangelical. People now view these funds as cannot lose, and that's where you get into trouble. Of the top 10 holdings in innovation were underperforming as the NASDAQ on Tuesday. Big curiosities there, but we probably also want to talk about CCIV. They humbly embark on the difficult task of mass producing its electric cars, the CEO says. Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson on Tuesday touted what he called the electric car company's world-class tech, but acknowledged challenges around the automobile production. Remember, they have not created a car quite yet. Rawlinson, former Tesla engineering executive, appeared on CNBC the morning after Lucid announced a reverse merger with a special purpose acquisition company CCIV to go public. It's the largest SPAC transaction involving an EV company, and that is history in the making. SPACs are an alternative to initial public offerings for firms that want to become publicly traded stocks. CCIV shares sank nearly 48% to $30 per share in early Tuesday trading. Now we are noticing that it's only up to negative 32%. Giving the merged company a market value of more than $50 billion, according to Reuters, bigger than Ford Motor. By comparison, direct competitor Tesla has a market cap of more than $637 billion. Ahead of Monday night's announcement and subsequent stock decline, recent deal speculation has pushed CCIV up 470% this year alone. Upon completion of the deal seen in the second quarter, Lucid is expected to be listed as on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker LCID. I think the valuation is a reflection of the technology, Rawlinson said, while adding that more work needs to be done for Lucid to generate investor return. What they need now is humbly and diligently execute and get this into production. This is what will truly drive the value, he stressed, in a recognition that manufacturing an electric car on a mass scale is a difficult endeavor. So the deliveries of the very first car, the all-electric Air, is only set for the second half of this year. So that's a delay already from the forecast. Production will occur in the southeast of Phoenix in Casa Grande, Arizona, and the Air starts at $77,000 without the federal EV tax credit. Lucid projects that it will earn $3 billion roughly EBITDA, or earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization in 2026, according to an investor presentation. It projects to deliver 250,000 vehicles, just a quarter of a million cars that year. And in addition to luxury Air, Lucid plans to produce an SUV in 2023 and eventually more affordable vehicles down the road. So they have the plan. They have a delayed plan, but as of right now, not a single car has been sold quite yet. So if you guys understand the EV space just a little bit better now, understand that it is incredibly volatile. It is falling like a brick if you are a CCIV, but it might be a great deal for Tesla in terms of which way it could go, either all the way back up to 800 or to a lower level of support and resistance like 500 or 400. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, make sure to smash that subscribe button to learn a little bit more, and if you wanted a technical analysis app just like the one I was using like WeBull, go ahead and click that link down below to get not only this app for free, but 2 free stocks along with it. For now, but not for forever, hope you guys have a nice day. Okay. All right, my throat. Woo. Oh man, everyone talking about AMC. AMC is ripping above $7.61 right now. It is looking real good. Kevin says, appreciating you spreading knowledge. Kudos. I appreciate you, Kevin, for commenting on the live chat. Dick Marks says, I use the neighborhood squirrels to collect information for me. Then beat my neighbors to the punch. Hashtag trade secret. Why are you giving everybody your trade secrets, man? My chihuahua tells me about impending economic depressions in a deep prophetic voice, says G. Miller. Caesar says, yo, I need that shirt. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that shirt. This is a good movie. AMC equals all my cash. Oh, that's a good one. Anyone try out Lord of the Rings Journey in Middle Earth? Getting it for my birthday. Delivery date next Monday. Happy birthday ahead of time, Tad. How's it going? Hope you're having a good birthday on the eve of the greatest economic disaster ever. How much of this cash supporting EVs is based on the value of the company versus the emotions of the community? Most certainly inflated by the latter as of right now. Specifically in CCIV's case, they have not yet supported Lucid in selling a single car quite yet, and they are delayed in their projections. Very, very difficult to say if there's any value behind a company that hasn't sold a single car yet. Which chart trading platform is this? This is WeBull. I just covered it. I even plugged it. Take market, blah, blah, blah. What is this? What do you think about AMC? Take market crash or out of your title, please. I could. I will. I'll listen to you guys. CCIV down 30%. Live AMC up another 15%. There you go. See? I do think that this is the beginning of a pretty serious crash. And, crashes are like poorly defined as it is. I think that I do stand by the idea that this is a crash, but I do like hearing you guys tell me what to do. So there you go. Johnny says you're muted. Probably not, right? Oh, I'm dumb. That's just me. Let's see. Do I think ARK stocks can go? But how high do I think ARK stocks can go by the end of this year? I would say that this is one of the biggest discounts for ARK that I can imagine. So if you guys want to buy in now, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to say none of this is financial advice. Meatball sleeping on the job. Meatball, you sleeping? Extra pets for Meatball for sleeping. See, he's so far away. I have to go over to him to pet him. Chris says, do you think the AMC volume is coming off of BTC sell-off? It would be pretty crazy if people are selling off BTC. BTC is lower than 46,000. Get your money into BlockFi right away. I cannot imagine a better time to put your money into BlockFi. I kept feeling the FOMO of not being able to get my money into Bitcoin. If I do buy Bitcoin, whatever price it is, I'm holding long term because it is such a good analysis, such a good investment in your future. Blah blah blah. Gosu says, meanwhile, my whole portfolio is red and AMC is over here. Like, don't worry, friend. I'll balance your losses today. Good old AMC. Thank you, man. Good guy, AMC. Let me get BTC up a little higher so I can see it all the time. AMC is up 17%, $7.69, real close. Too much words, says Sean. My stomach hurts from all the Crayola flavors. What's your favorite crayon flavor? Everyone tell me. Buy and hold AMC today, people saying. Surprised how much blink charging has dropped. How do you feel about the cannabis sector, Brendan? I have many feelings. In fact, I put out a video yesterday about the cannabis stocks. So here's that video. But watch it later. So that's after this live stream. Keep watching it. I need Meatball to push AMC past $8. Meatball, can you do that? Can you do it for us, please? Meatball? All right, so we're looking at AMC right now. It is pushing $7.75, 18% up. I need to change the title of this video. And now mac and cheese, macaroni, orange, of course. Delicious. Why am I waiting to buy BTC? Because I was expecting this crash. It happened. Me smarto, big brain. And now that it has happened, I would like to get in because, well, actually the RSI doesn't actually indicate that it is oversold quite yet. So maybe it's not oversold. Maybe it's not oversold. Maybe it's just right. But wow, look at all these people just trying to get off of their BTC where I'm over here trying to get on. Is Palantir good? I'm about to release a video just about that. Cecilio, so don't worry. Andrew likes the color red. Andrew says, don't leave the stream. I'm not going to leave you. Don't worry. Oh, I'm right here. I'll be going until market close, I think, if I can handle that. Let me check my calendar to make sure that I can actually do that. Yeah, I can do that. Reverend says, I prefer black and white crayons. Heck yeah. Inova says, I like to melt mine together. Okay. I don't know, we're crayon connoisseurs here. Cecilia says, I'm down 1,500 on GME. That's not a color of crayon. Yvonne says, did you analyze crypto felt in sync with stocks? Why did it fall? It's because the entire market is facing a correction. And honestly, probably rightfully so, for how many companies right now are getting exorbitantly wealthy with barely any actual like products being made like CCIV. John Van says, are the billionaires like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett that have been dodging BTC beating it down right now so they can buy in lower? I sure hope so, because I would like to buy in. I don't think so. I don't think that it's hard to beat down a cryptocurrency. It's all about perception, right? So in that case, I guess it's easy if you know how to do it. Andrew says, I meant viewers, brother. Oh, heck yeah. Richard says, Neo, Palantir, CTMR to the moon. AMC to the moon, baby. Ted says, how do I make sure you get credit for the download on BlockFi? Seems like a generic page when it transfers apps. Yeah, it does seem like generic. However, as long as you use the link, it's good. I've been told that a couple dozen of you have already set up your accounts. Remember that the first 30 days of how much you deposit is all that matters. So make sure to deposit as much money as you think you want to deposit in the first 30 days. I'm going to deposit all my money. I'm not even joking. Why would I joke about this? The BTC is the future as I watch it tumble downwards and downwards. Oh, man. So hit that MF like button, says Eternal Youth. Yeah, slam that like button. Let's give Meatball a treat. Hit that MF like button. Let's do it in 4K. All right, Meatball, here you go. Trying to get out of the shot so that Meatball will be focused on. One of no other says, how low do you think BTC will fall if you're waiting? Coinbase and Pro aren't letting me in. Why aren't they letting you in? Why aren't they letting you in? Why? That's not something that BlockFi would ever do to you. Get BlockFi. I'm gonna try to get into BlockFi right now so I can get you guys hyped up. So just give me a hot second. Look at BTC while you're at it. If only I remember my password for BlockFi. Seven 773-202. Luna. Today. Okay. Oh, cool. I Abandoned says, join link. Quick summary of what happened. What's up? Thanks for the super. Let's give Meatball a treat. So, I Abandoned, I'm going to release a couple of the clips today. I did an analysis on electric vehicles. I did an analysis on AMC. Why am I so blurry? Here we go. And we are doing some analysis on some Bitcoin movement here. Big red across the board. Really delicious discount for Bitcoin. God, so tasty. Stefan says, Amazon gonna buy AMC? Not likely. That was the translation of an old AMC article. Sorry, an old article that was written back in like May of 2020, but in French. So not likely gonna happen. Oh, thank you for the super. And Matt says, is now a good time to buy Bitcoin in your opinion? Of course I can talk about my opinion, but I can't talk about financial advice. I think right now, with 10% down on Bitcoin, is a pretty darn good time. In fact, it's already, so the lowest point it got to was 44,900 at 5:05. So that was like 2:05. Actually, no, wait, what time is this? 5:05? Oh yeah, 5:05 a.m. earlier today. So that is, I mean, that is the lowest Bitcoin has been in like a couple of weeks. So we're still talking about volatility of a couple of weeks at a time. So always buy low, buy the dip. It is pretty low right now. The RSI is not going below 30 yet, so it doesn't seem like it's oversold either. So that's why, in my opinion, I'm going to, one, get all my money into BlockFi so that I can be prepared to snipe Bitcoin. But remember that the market correction is still going on. Bitcoin is not entirely out of the woods quite yet. We got Binance has been giving me the Heisman for almost 2 weeks. They refuse to verify me. BlockFi verified me on stream. That happened. You guys saw it. It took me 3 minutes to make my BlockFi account. So click that link. Click it good because it's really good. Let's see. Honestly, if you don't have AMC, you probably want it to get an ASAP. AMC about to hit that $8 range. Yesterday, I did talk about that. That was the price to beat from the earlier levels of resistance. The next level to beat is $9.74. So if we can beat this $8 mark, we're likely on our way to $9 right after that. So let us hope. Let us pray, children. It is up 19%. So that feels good. Andrew's password 123422069. Why would you tell everyone my password on stream? Don, I hope that answers your question for AMC price prediction. Richard Padilla, Slot Kitty. I don't think HCMC will go above 0.0035 until we find out about the case. Download the AMC app and give it 5 starts. Give it 1 start for every flag. John Van says 780. Yeah, it's a good time to be in AMC right now. So let's see how low you could have bought. Well, you could have bought AMC like before all of these shenanigans happened. So if you bought back then, you would have bought at $1.90 all the way back in January. So it was $1.90 all the way back in January 8th. And then if you bought in, you would be up like 300% as of now. Yeah, 300%. And if you actually bought in at like $20, then you would only be down slightly less than 70% right now, just like me. But I'm actually down further than 70% because I bought GME way too late, way too late. So be careful. Don't be like me. We got some GME news. CNBC, short sellers help stocks find their true values and expose fraud. Yes, that's what we do. Here's why short selling does more harm than good than harm for the economy. GameStop hearing to be held in early March. Heck yeah. I don't know why the WeBull app is not showing off this actual news. This is another thing that WeBull can do for you. It can keep you updated with news, which is really helpful. GameStop hearing to be held in early March. So that was from 2 hours ago. Benzinga, Business Insider. No, 3 hours ago. Benzinga. Okay, there we go. I think I'm ready to start to do a GME update video. 1 sec. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, how long is this article? Oh, okay, pretty short. All right. And the next one. Here's why short selling does. Okay, so this is a video. All right. So there we go. Cancel. Okay, so that's Benzinga. All right, so now we are going to, what's up guys, how's it going? A lot of you are checking me out. We got some news to cover in terms of the GameStop hearing. We're gonna go back to AMC in just a second. But we got GameStop hearing to be held in early March. And then we got short sellers help stocks find their true values and expose fraud despite the hate they receive. And then, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's do this. Wait, Meatball, did you notice that you had a ball underneath your, there we go. Hey, Meatball, did you notice that you had a ball behind your ear this whole time? Stonks, Okay, welcome guys. If you guys like this channel because you either come from the balls or for meatballs or for the tendies that we will ultimately earn together, this is the reason why people come on this channel and learn as much about investments and about other interesting financial topics as well from a data scientist perspective. Today we have a little bit of news about GameStop. We want to understand exactly why it is not continuing to rise, even though its friend and its spiritual neighbor AMC is up nearly 20% on the day. GameStop tumbled a little bit down to 10% in the beginning of the market open, and now it is only down 2%. So better than 10%, I suppose. But why is it not behaving in the same way that AMC behaves, and why are we going to cover some of the most important news about short sellers and how they expose fraud, as well as the new GameStop hearing that is going to be held in early March. So that's why we want to be able to show you guys exactly what is going on. So one of the things that I want you guys to note is that we have a very similar chart for AMC and GME for a very long time. The app that I'm currently using is called WeBull, and it is entirely free to use if you guys are curious. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for both GameStop and for AMC. If I can go back, we see that AMC has a couple of extra lines. That's because I was creating levels of support and resistance here. But in terms of AMC and GME, they have this exact same upwards hump in the beginning of February, and they have the same downward spiral towards the middle of February. But when we go and look at even the 30-minute chart, we see that GME is starting to have this sideways sell-off that is trailing down hard in terms of slowly depreciating its value, whereas AMC on the 30-minute chart seems to have been a little bit more volatile, a little bit of sideways trading, but then has now rocketed off. So that's one of the things that I wanted to note, is that these levels of support and resistance are really important to keep in mind. It is the way that we are able to track when a stock is meeting a new level of support and a new level of resistance. And right now, the level to beat in AMC, about to push past 20% up on the day, is the $8.08 mark that I've marked for that it was able to hit in early February. However, one of the most important pieces is exactly what are these Sherlock apes, you and me, people who are exposing the institutions and the hedge funds for what they are. What exactly are we doing to the price of the stock and the fair market value of these beautiful meme stocks? The recent events surrounding meme stocks and GameStop's short squeeze have put short selling, one of the oldest practices on the stock market, directly under the limelight. Short selling has always existed, says Ihor Dusaniuski, managing director at S3 Partners, a firm that specializes in analyzing short selling data. It's been a part of the normal trading process on the exchanges since exchanges started. We've been short selling increase recently in a broader spectrum of names. Thank you for joining as a member, Dennis Velez. Short selling has always been a controversial practice, often blamed for causing drops in the market. The Securities and Exchange Commission eventually stepped in to better regulate short sales after short sellers were once again blamed for market decline in 1937. Can you hardly blame them? They are betting on the fact that a company will fail, and that seems like if you're betting on something that actually can affect the success rate of a company, it seems like that you should actually be able to take the blame, short sellers, in this specific situation. I think the main reason people dislike short selling is that something just feels bad about profiting from someone else's failure, said Sasha Indarte, assistant professor of finance at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. Short sellers gain when someone else loses. It's like if you took out an insurance policy against your neighbor's home and your neighbor's home was destroyed. Sure seems suspicious to you. Short selling is when investors, mostly professionals like hedge fund managers, borrow shares of a stock from a broker and sell them in the hope of buying them back cheaper. If the stock drops, the investors make a profit off the difference when they return the shares to the broker. A short squeeze occurs if the price goes up, and the investors need to rush to buy the stock to cut their losses. I've covered this in many different videos, but mainly the point that you have to take away here is normally when you buy a stock, that's called a long position, and long positions can only have a finite amount of loss. You can only lose however money you put in to the stock. However, if you have a short position, you could infinitely lose money based on how high the stock goes. And this is exactly the fight between the Melvin Capital and hedge funds of the world and you and me, the people that are diamond apes holding our hands tightly. Countries in Asia and Europe have banned short selling during times of economic uncertainty. Some studies, however, have shown that a ban on short selling actually does more harm to the market than good. During the financial crisis of 2007 and 2009, regulators have actually banned short selling temporarily in response to the large drops in the stock market. Regulators have since expressed that they regretted this policy action. So why is that? That's because despite the negative sentiments toward it, short selling plays a pivotal role in the market. For instance, short selling allows for more accurate price discovery, a key function of stock markets. If it wasn't for the short sellers, there would be a lot of long shareholders buying and bidding up stock that really have no value, which is why we are seeing such a price market correction as of right now. A lot of companies, especially companies that I have already covered in terms of EV and marijuana that haven't made a lot of actual leeway in their fields, are overpriced to a point that is dangerously overpriced. And a bubble bursting is likely going to hurt retailers as well as the hedge funds that benefit most out of the situation. Exposing fraud. Short selling has also allowed for early detection of fraud. There are companies that are potentially not doing the right thing. Engaging in fraudulent practices and shorting a stock oftentimes brings some of those things to life, according to Jason Snipe, founder and chief investment of Odyssey Capital Advisors. People don't get upset when they're making money on the upside. They look the other way on bad corporate behavior. When people lose money, boy, do they get upset. This is the loss aversion. This is the prospect theory of all human brain chemistry, the psychosis, the psychology of learning about how to make a choice that would be 2 times your upside, 1 times your downside, and still being too risk averse to actually take it. You don't start putting your skin into the game until it starts to hurt. However, in light of recent events, experts warn that social media and meme stocks could bring about changes to that practice. And recent data shows that hedge funds have dramatically curtailed the activity because of the threat of getting caught on the wrong side of the trade from a retail mania. Going forward, with the advent of social media and some of the other mediums that people are looking at these days, the SEC probably needs to have thoughtful and reasonable here. And I think that they will be as far of their examination of how we look at shorts in the future. So what do you guys think? Are short sellers all bad, or is this article actually say a little bit about why we need these players who benefit when people end up losing their shirts? And at the end of the day, is it the circle of life of understanding that some people benefit when others lose and some people benefit when we all win? Leave your comments down below and make sure to smash that like button on the way down. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because I am on my way to 20,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate if you guys could help out with that. And as always, for now, but not for forever, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. All right, 690 of you. I love that number, 690. That's the price of Tesla, which means that we have a lot of serendipity on here. We have a lot of good mojo on here. Bitcoin down was down 10%. Now it's only down 8.8%. Like I said, my word is gospel. As the Bitcoin dipped lower, you could have gotten in and sniped yourself some delicious tendies on the way down. Let's see. Our rocket losing momentum. Is it? No, it seems to be. Like I said, it's going to struggle until it makes all the way up to this level at $8. We need to refuel. Tad says, watch for day traders selling off so they don't hold overnight. Rahul is calling me a racist slur. Everyone, destroy him in the live chat. Oh, he is calling me a racist slur over and over again. Well, you're gonna get you're gonna be hide. Okay, I'm hiding you. Don't call people racist things. It's not cool to be racist. But Dennis, thank you. Welcome to the club. If you guys are interested in joining the memberships, it's that join button right down below. Let's see. Okay. Carts go up and down. This is only a hump. Buy AMC. Rahul was going. Rahul was going on and on. Let's see what his last message was. Yeah, very racist, man. Don't be racist. Be cool. Good vibes. Let's see. Jimmy Pham says, bring back Blockbuster. Yeah. Francis says, anyone think GameStop will go back up? I do need a moderator, honestly, because this kind of stuff can happen when I'm trying to make these videos. I'm taking your word, Keanu. Let's see. GME $44.84. Is it $77? CCIV down almost 40%, but still a good long hold, right? CCIV might be a very, very long hold. Oh yeah, it's almost down to 40% again. Because as of right now, it is delayed in whatever it promised in terms of cars, and it hasn't sold a car yet. So that's the ticket. Let's see. People are trying to tell Rahul to get a life. No, we're not trying to burn him. We're just trying to say that racism is not allowed here. Banish Rahul. No time for hate only. Rahul is a nerd. What did Rahul call you? I missed it. Just some slurs. It's all good. When should I buy NIO? So NIO is in a precarious situation with the rest of the EV market. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit on the live chat to see what I talked about in terms of EV, but I am happy to cut that up into a clip later and put that in the later part of this channel. Everything's red still except AMC, but AMC need to pick me up still. Yeah. AMC was flirting with up 19%, and now it is almost up higher than 20%. Let's see. I heard a rumor that Rahul does not like the stock. I don't think he likes the stock. No, I'm still thinking that he's racist. Meatball eats Rahul. Is there anything I can do personal to make AMC go to $100? Buy a movie ticket. If you want to pre-order your movie tickets, AMC is open, right? This is a way you could directly affect the revenues of AMC. Remember that their earnings are going to come out tomorrow, and in 2 days, and you can't really change that. Govan Gonzalez, GME is obviously no one is going to keep pumping money into a stock that's literally tanking. It has no good days. GME is obviously something, but he forgot to say about that the rest of that sentence. Moaz says racism is what drives me to buy AMC. You mean the opposite, right? the hating racism, right? Let's see. If AMC don't break $8, it will tomorrow. Yeah, let's just keep hoping. Oh, it's sliding. Come on, AMC. Come on. Will CCIV go up again? It will, but most likely it is overvalued for a long time already. So there you go. Let's see. People still talking about Rahul. Funny. AMC is the way. If you don't get in now, you will be sorry, says Static Dean. Download the AMC app. Yeah, we're gonna have a new shirt that says don't be Rahul. Let's see. What do I think about Hylian? Hyln. They had a good run a few months back, being on CNBC and all, but it seems like a good business model, and a stock does not reflect what they offer. Killer. So let's see. Hylian had a high of 22.25, rejected at that price, all the way back down to bouncing off of 18.35, all the way back up. to the same level of resistance before. Still can't seem to break out, rejected at that price, all the way back down to the same level of, basically the same level of support. So $18 instead of $18.37, and now it is dipped down even lower. It is pretty bearish in terms of the micro sense. I would imagine we need a little bit of news on it. We got 8 electric vehicle stocks that are more than just a fad. What's in the offing for Hylian this earnings season? Oh, look, Zach's. I'm starting to learn about Zach. Zach seems like a cool guy. Zacks.com/news. Thank you, Zach. Give it up for all the Zachs in the chat if your name is Zach or you know a Zach. Hylian Holdings Corporation, is scheduled to release fourth quarter 2020 results. The last reported quarter, this Texas-based company registered net loss per share. However, they have not generated any revenues yet. Oh, that's important to note. They don't make any money. Notably, the company reported its first earnings report in third quarter 2020. If Hylian missed the Zacks consensus estimate in the third quarter, the negative surprise being 300%. This is depicted in the graph below. The Zacks consensus estimate, okay. So our proven Zacks model does not conclusively predict an earnings beat for Hylian this time around. The combination of a positive earnings ESP and a Zacks rank number 1, 2, 3 increases the odds of the earnings beat. However, this is not the case here as elaborated below. So it seems like it's not going to beat its earnings prediction. It currently has earnings ESP of 0%. This is because the most accurate estimate is at par with Zacks consensus estimate. Some factors at play. Hylian makes hybrid as well as fully electric powertrain solutions for Class 8 commercial vehicles. Okay, company's agreement with FEV North America to accelerate the commercialization of the Hypertruck ERX, which has a fully electric drivetrain. Hylian's biggest rewarding point is that it can retrofit its technology on its existing fleets. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so that is, well, unfortunately, they don't make any money yet, so I would say it's not gonna. It looks like it is not bullish to try and beat its earnings report. So as of right now, it doesn't seem like Hylian is the play. But Bitcoin just dropped below 46 again. Let's see. AMC stock is cheaper than AMC popcorn, so skip the popcorn. There you go. Let's see. What do you think of Hylian? Just talked about it. Why is EV dropping when it's supposed to take over federal fleets and states are moving to all EV and no ICE cars? Is it a correction to market values right now instead of overvalued at the time? It was most definitely overvalued. Tesla is one of the most overvalued stocks that exist out there. And that's why there's a lot of theories that hedge funds were selling their Tesla in order to cover their GameStop shorts. And that's why the stocks had an inverse relationship for a long time a few weeks ago. As of right now, it does seem like the EV industry in general is a bunch of new up-and-coming companies and mergers that haven't really proven anything yet. And if they can't prove that they are like actually going to make the predictions that they are trying to like say, hey, this is definitely going to be what we do, the correction is probably going to hit them the hardest. This is why a lot of tech stocks in the ARK ETF are also tanking. Andrew, have I been going live since 9 a.m.? No. Have I? No, I was live since 10:30. You're probably talking about Eastern time, but this is only this is second live stream. It's a little more popular than my first live stream for some reason. Turn on slow chat, please. Over 700 people here. No, don't worry. I'll read them all. Steve Martin says, as a former AMC employee, I can concur our popcorn is much more than $7. Oh man, you work for AMC? What did you do? AMC still cheaper than the items they sell in movie theaters. Drew Love kills haters / hugs. I like that. Natalie Hata says, is there a chance AMC will squeeze? There sure is. Sure is a good chance. Night Cal says, I spent $30 last time I went to the movies. Oh my god. Highway robbery. I'm glad we're on AMC's side because it does seem like it's pretty expensive to go to AMC. Disconnect says, my name is Zach. Okay. Hello, Zach. Jeff says, I don't know a Zach, but my name is Noah Zach. Those are pretty, yeah, those are Zachs. You guys are all Zachs. Hold on. I'm talking about Zachs here. I'm talking about butter. Zachs are Chads. Changed my mind. Says Dead Brother. Winter 88. The problem is their replacement drive trains aren't going to be competitive against other people just putting out EV trucks. Tad says AMC dropped below 745. What's the level of support? It did. Uh-oh. Okay. So it does seem like it is not too happy. So let's look at the minute chart. They're already seeming to be bouncing off of this level right here. I'm actually going to add this as a brand new line. And this is actually the level that they bounced off of earlier today. The next level beyond this is actually 656 if we don't count a couple of the other smaller bounce offs. I would say that we're pretty secure. The AMC has been going up and rallying at higher and higher levels of support. So I feel like AMC is, even though this little sell-off here isn't pretty, it doesn't kill the AMC's bullish momentum that it had from earlier today. Let's see. Good morning, sir, says Bryson. When you get a chance, please, would you mind talking about Apple and see if it will hold still going up? Sure. I was talking about Apple earlier on this live stream. In fact, it's right here. We'll talk about Apple in just a second. Wow, Apple looks good. Scooter says, I'm specious against lizard people that are hedge fund managers, and I'm also not a big fan of large birds. Yeah, large birds are really scary. Zixes says, look at CPLX, Canadian version of AMC. The market is a hot sell. Get your stonks now. I'll look at CPLX in just a second. Oh, hey, thanks for joining as a member. Taha Zach, what's going on? Welcome. CCIV, not goodbye? Probably not until they can turn the public perception around on them. Winter 88 says AMC has better fundamentals than GME. Look how GME blew up before it got stopped. GME took a few months of steady climbing to blow up. AMC will get their $100 as chump change. What? And people heard popcorn. Thank you for joining as a member, Taha. Let's give every new member also a meatball gets a treat as well. Here you go, buddy. He's always hungry. It's okay. We go on jogs together, so he really works it off. Ozrod says, I doubled down on AMC yesterday and I feel so good today. There you go. Nice job. Turn off your car. I wish it was my car outside. Alejandro says, I have a yellow-headed Amazon. She's not a fan of me, but loves my wife. What? What does that mean? Guillermo says, I'm going to buy a Tesla Model 3 or 2 with AMC's earnings. Hell yeah. Andrew, someone is stealing a car. Are you not paying attention? I'm trying to ignore it as much as I can, but it's done now. Ilarian Parmit says, aside from seeing the price go up, is there any other way to pick that a squeeze is happening? Understand the short interest rate. Understand the public perception of exactly what people think of the stock, whether or not it was about to go up or not, and really just cross your fingers and pray, right? Because it needs to be about how much of the due diligence that you do is actually based in fact. They made off with my car, says Jeffrey Gulliman. Fun zone. Cineplex not opening any cinemas soon with the lockdown all over here in Canada. Hit that like button if AMC makes eye droplet emoji. You guys know what we're talking about. How will the 33 million shares owned by Silver Lake Capital Management affect us in AMC? I'm finally in the green today in AMC. Thanks for these streams. Helps build us confidence. I, of course, appreciate that. Just remember that I talked about Silver Lake's Capital Management yesterday in the AMC video, so go ahead and check that out. Ulysses says, should I give up on Nokia? I feel like it'll be at the same buy in price by July. Nokia is one of the companies with the least amount of visibility, but let me see if I can find some due diligence for you. Nokia. Not a ton this week. Knock, knock. Okay, doesn't seem like there's a ton of Nokia. I wish I had some better news. We are losing AMC. Come on. Ooh, yes. Ooh, it's happening before my very eyes. You win some, you lose some. It is about to cross an RSI of 30, so we are looking at it being oversold soon if it does make to the next level of support. Let me draw down at $7.11 is where we are likely to go. It is still up. It was up almost 20%, so it's still up. Don't get me wrong. My favorite Crayola flavor is Losses Red. I like that. Shout out to all the princesses. What do I think about FRX? Sure, let's look at it in a second. Is Disney a good buy today? We'll look at Disney as well. For those new to stocks, how and where do you suggest they start learning? For example, if they don't even know what stocks, mutual funds, bonds, etc. are, my friend asked, thanks. I will make videos for you. I will make like a tutorial video about exactly what all of those things are. That's a really good tip. But so far, if you just Google those things, I'm sure you'll go to like Investopedia and learn them. AMC will drop to 734 tops before it goes back up. All right, it has already passed it. What now? Let's see. I can hear him just fine. Just turn up your volume, dog. You want me to be a little louder? There we go. Okay, I'm a tiny bit louder. Maybe if BlockFi supported Nano or ZIL, I'd be about it. But what are your thoughts about ZIL, DApp, Chain, and Nano Block Lattice Tech? Honestly, tech is cool, but like technology by itself has no like inherent value to people who want to like pretend like this is like cryptocurrency like Bitcoin has a finite value, a finite amount, has implicit value only when public perception supports it. So it's only then. I think we just passed 300 likes at some point, so let's go and give Meatball a treat. Meatball, here you go. Oh ho. Has the AMC squeeze started? It was going on earlier today. And now we are from up 20% roughly, we're only up 10% now. Where are your thoughts to short Comcast? Oh God, I don't like Comcast at all as a company. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I think it has just too much market share unless the news has come out about it. Alejandro says that's actually much better volume. Okay, sure. Can I check MRK? Sure. Let's look at Disney, then MRK. Alejandro just gave me a super. Andrew, can you take a look at SOS current RSI? Sure thing. Let's give me a treat. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, so SOS. Looking at their RSI. Every day, I cannot wait to take a shower. That's my happy place. Okay, so, oh wow. So oh, this is just SPY. Is that what SOS is? There, no. Here we go. Delete. Okay, so SOS is, that's a very familiar pattern that's been happening to a lot of stocks today. We got a low of $7.31. That was when RSI was very bearish, and then when it started to track upwards, it still isn't overbought. So we imagine that currently it is meeting this level of resistance because this was previously a level of support right there. Let me just track this so that I can remember that I was here. Dropped off from this level. So look, it almost matches exactly from earlier today. That level of support becomes a new level of resistance, which means as of right now, unfortunately, it's not looking like a great buy. But in terms of hold, I would just need to learn a little bit more about exactly what the news is. Prod by Vro. The news are talking about bubble. People hear this and sell, thus cause a market crash. Can just hold. Do you agree? Yes, this is the economics of buying and holding. If you can hold, especially when it comes to a short squeeze that we commonly talk about on this channel, you will be able to survive the long game. Uter time. Interested in your data perspective on CCIV. Traditionally, when I see a company double the evaluation, it kind of suicides its short term. What do you think? I'm not in. Just curious. I pretty much wholeheartedly agree. I'm thinking about any caveats to that point. I can't really think of any. If you have no sales, and just based on the idea that you're merging with someone, now you are valued at like 500% more. It doesn't make as much sense, and if there's a market correction on the horizon, you are definitely on the chopping block first. So that's my biggest opinion about CCIV. AMC still holding tight to 745 right now. Let's just keep AMC in the background. Let's actually make sure we look at Disney because some people are looking at that. Disney. Ooh, it's also green today. So we saw that dip in market open. So it went from a $200 valuation. Oh, actually, wait, hold on a second. They went from $200 to a low of 197. So it only dropped like 1%. And now it's up 3% on the daily. Interesting. Interessante. Respect the 30. Car was repoed from this bloodbath. Let's see. I just YOLO'd some money into FRX. Can you check it out? Sure. Why did you YOLO money into FRX? We just got a super from Static Dean. Thank you, Static, for feeding the meatball. K Destroyer of Worlds, Schwab and TD have raised margin requests for short positions on GME and AMC, probably for the better in that sense. Let's look at FRX. In terms of Disney, I would say Disney is pretty darn bullish now. It's always been a pretty strong stock. It faced a little bit of a sell-off because of Mandalorian news and the Gina lady that got fired. And I think that was around exactly this point. But it didn't even take a tumble of more than like, what is that? That's like 2%. Am I crazy? This is down like $2. That's 2%. That's like a percent or 2%, and then it's now back up. So I think Disney is a nice strong stock because it's not overvalued or undervalued as of right now. FRX, right? FRX. Oh boy. Okay, so FRX. What is this company? Seems like it's something to do with pharma or technology. We have a RSI that's all over the place. Let's look at the 30-minute chart instead. So we have on the 22nd we had on the 22nd we had a high of $18, which is from a breakout point of like $11. So that's like a 100% breakout. And then when we hit that level of resistance, we supported it with 13, and now it is trading sideways. As of right now, the RSI seems pretty bearish overall. I would imagine that this stock is currently not overperforming. And if you somehow caught it on the way up, that is why we never try to chase a runaway stock. If you did YOLO some money into this, as some of you have indicated, I would need a little bit of news about understanding exactly what is happening with this stock. I don't have enough visibility on it, but I would say in terms of whether or not to buy more, I would be careful because one, the market is horrendous right now, and two, the level of the risk reward here is pretty clear, right? It's trading sideways now, so the worst it could go is back down to the previous levels of breakout of the support that they had was at $11. So you could stand to lose 20% more money, or you could stand to go back to the correct price, who's to say, of $18, and then you would be up 20%. That is the two sides of the FRX coin right now. Let us see. So we got LTC, please look. Andrew, thoughts and advice on MRK? Sure, let's look at that. AMC might just get to $15 in April and stays there. Put all your life savings to AMC. Definitely not financial advice. None of you should take any of the content on this channel as financial advice. CCIV was propped up by too much hype. Comparing Lucid to Tesla isn't the same, since investing in Tesla is really investing in an energy company. That's a really good point, actually. I'll make sure I'll note that in the description. Why is everything down? Well, I described it in briefly, but this is a market correction of a lot of stocks being overvalued from a lot of hype, and now we are facing the consequences. All except our good friend AMC, who is currently trying to beat these levels of support and resistance. Right now, if it did try to fall, it would have fallen down to 714. It actually bounced up at a higher level of resistance, and now it is higher level of support, and now it is gone on its way back 15% up. It might actually go all the way up to $8, which is the next point that we are trying to mark here. It's 12:30 over here. I would like to eat eventually. I had some oatmeal, so I guess I am pretty okay. So I would say when market closes, I am going to finish live streaming. I think that's pretty fair. Let's see. So right now, if you guys are just joining us, we are checking out the health of AMC. And we are talking because honestly, I don't want to hide anything from you guys. So that's why if you guys do have any questions or concerns on Instagram and Twitter is the best place to reach out to me. You can also reach out to me on, actually, speaking of Twitter, I was talking to Matt Kors on Twitter, and he said that he would be down to do a live stream at the same time. So that would be really cool, in my opinion. I was on the Bruce Wayne gang very recently. A lot of the great people from the Bruce Wayne gang came over to this channel, and I would be very interested in checking out Matt's very rapidly growing channel. In my opinion, is a great resource for the kinds of technical analysis that he does. Eternal Youth says, hit that MF like button for Meatball. Todd says, why is Meatball always sleeping? Why are you sleeping, Meatball? Why are you always tired? Meatball's not a young lad anymore. He's around 7-ish, 8-ish years old. I adopted him when he was around 4, so he's been with me for about 4 years old. 4 years now. It's been a while. We got people asking about Mara and Riot. We got Ian Gatsky says CCIV dropped because of a drastic change in valuation. Jeffrey Gulliman says, yeah, the problem with UAMY is that I can't get a good read on options as its starting contract is a 2.5 call. There is nothing beneath the share price. Okay, so some people are interested in UAMY. We need Andrew and Bruce to go live again this week. I agree. I'm going to reach out to Bruce right now and talk to the old chap. Bruce is so approachable. Hey, the live stream wants us to go live again this week. You down? Let's see what he says. Eating is for kids. Let's make miney. I like that. Hit that MF like button for Meatball, says Eternal Youth. Well, you heard the guy. Let's see. Bryson, I Abundance has another super. Thank you. Lady Pink says, yeah, congrats. That would be a great stream to see you guys collaborate. Thank you for the super. I Abandon giving the treats out to Meatball. Let's see. Can we take a look at MRK? Sure. I'm going to take a look at MRK. And then we might have a certain down. We might have like another analysis on one of the other stocks that CCIV is down 40%. So that's why Winter says CCIV loses 50% on announcement of contract. WKHS loses 50% on losing a contract. I should just give up and YOLO AMC and then live on ramen or fighting Meatball for treats. Yes, Meatball. Would you share your treats? Would you share your treats with Winter88? He's like, no. Check out Trades, the co-live stream. I would love to. Do you guys know how to reach out to Trades? Is he responsive on Instagram or Twitter? Trey just changed his profile picture maybe recently. So he has a Twitter and an Instagram. Let's see what he has 4,800 followers on Instagram. Hey, I'm a fellow YouTube live streamer. Just wanted to say hi. Okay, so he has 18,000 followers on Twitter. So he probably has oh. Okay, let's see. Oh, freak. I sent it to Matt and said, my God, what am I doing? It's the only two people I have messages with. Hi, I'm a fellow YouTube live streamer. Just wanted to say hi. Okay. We got MRK. You said you're uploading a clip about comments on Neo. Yep, I am. Sean says, can you data computer brain thing UAL, BOE, and DAL? Whole market pullback, airline stocks up still. I don't know if pullback will happen. Actually, that would be an interesting full analysis. I want to do a little bit more thinking about that, but UAL, BOE, and DAL, that would be a great analysis there. You have 50,000 to drop on one stock today in the sea of red. What are you buying? Bitcoin. What am I buying? AMC right now is in a precarious situation where I'm not 100% sure if the squeezing, like this is like trying to catch up to a dangerous knife. Because right now it's still hovering around that plus 16%, but it has gone up 15% both days, today and yesterday. So that is a big deal. Honestly, I would probably put it in a blue chip like Apple. Not this one. Put it in this one. Or put it into Amazon. Because honestly, those are always solid stocks when the world is going crazy. Still love those, but people really don't want to hear a tried and old analysis about Amazon and Apple these days. Meatball gave you the side eye when you asked about sharing treats. Wise doggo. Yeah, he understands English. He gets it. Trey said, I watch Trey daily. He said he learned how to read charts from your videos. Seriously doubt it. Trey's much larger YouTuber than I am. Fun Zone, watch out for the other trades profile. This is a fake one out there that he keeps reporting, but YouTube hasn't taken it down. There's also fake Andrew Mo profiles that I should probably report Sup with Brian Jung? Is he taking a break? Yeah, wait, where is Brian Jung? Will Brian Jung hang out with me? I subscribed to him a while ago. He says he's an influencer. Hold on, wait. Brian Jung. Instagram. Credit Brian. 16,000 followers. Now I talk to Brian. Hey, I'm a fellow YouTube live streamer. Just want to say hi. Oh, Rich has responded. He was the 1,000 follower on my Instagram. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, it's a good time. We're all chilling over here. Let's see. Maybe I should hit up a couple of cents, because that guy really started growing with the Brian Jung and Bruce Wayne game. And that guy seems very smart. Couple of cents. 60,000 subs, 150 videos. Like, that is a very good ratio of like, he's not putting out a ton of content. And he is making waves by himself. His name is Justin O. Definitely didn't know that he had a real name. Thought his name was Couple Cents. Okay, there we go. So, Lady Pink says, he was talking about Rainer, lol, not Mo Money. That would be nice. Do people call me Mo Money, like out in the world? Fake Andrew Mo is Rahul the baby. Oh yeah, Rahul out there. Does anybody remember what influencers used to be called? I believe they were called business intelligence engineers. Oh wait, no, those were data scientists. What's your prediction for GME next month? GME, I'm highly bullish on. Of course, I have to be. I'm a bag holder. I do believe that GME has several deadlines coming up. One, the hearing in early March for another congressional meeting, round 2. Hope you guys join me there. And then also the XRT deadline in mid-March, and the March 19th deadline. I think GME is likely going to pierce the moon soon. But that's just my opinion. Not financial advice. AS says literally it is 1 squeeze. 2 is required by Amazon. 3 is June, July post-pandemic play up to $25 at least. Yeah, people want to watch movies. People love movies. Jeff says Trey, Tyler, and Andrew are a great combo. Their personalities complement each other. I think so. I think that we would make a good duo, even though I have not met them personally. Let's see. Bet and Big 7024. I heard ZBH might split. How do you feel about ZBH? I haven't done a lot of visibility on ZBH yet. So if I do, I'll probably lump that in then the next live stream with all the airline stonks as well. Market's just about 13 minutes to closing to make sure that we are sticking close to the AMC. It is my title is still correct. AMC is up 18%. Is back up to 770. Seems like a pretty strong stonk right now. Rossum22 says paid $290 for my first option yesterday. Hey, congrats, you're learning. AMC with $4 strike price expiring September 2021. I sacrificed a GFV and took 50% profit today on that call. When do you take profits? Yeah, that's the tricky part, right? When do you actually cash in your hard-earned like tendies? Always minimize regret versus profitability, right? If you rode the GME train up to $400, right, and then you sold, you would have maximized profitability. But when do you know when it's time to sell? If you have a big stake in AMC or GME, then if you sold 10% of the way up and 10% of the way up and 10% of the way up, at the very top, you might not have a lot. But at the very least, you were able to take profits piecemeal on the way up, and you don't regret at any point actually ending up with every of your eggs in a single basket. This is a really important note. Not financial advice, of course, but this is an important note when it comes to how to play the stock market in the long run. Patty says, Funzo says, get Andre Jick. If I could get Andre Jick, whew, that would be pretty cool. If I could get Meet Kevin, that would be even cooler. No, I like Andre better, but Meet Kevin is way bigger. Patty C says, can you give your opinion on the institutional buyers that are interested in both AMC and, okay, if you think buyout is on the table. I do not think buyout's on the table. Two reasons. One, AMC has a ton of debt and just a bunch of like rotting movie theaters. Why would Amazon, who wants like the cool like Amazon Prime experience, want you to like sit in an old AMC theater when they could make it their own theaters, right? And two, why would they want to take on that debt when they don't have to with a completely brand new venture? So that's the end of the line. Now, when it comes down to AMC, they end up, unlike some other stocks, it is also a real estate game, right? They are sitting on a lot of good real estate too, all over the world. So that is something that you could consider from a buyout point of view. I just don't think that there's a lot of synergies with a buyout, especially since there is going to be a lot of press for whatever company does it. So unless you're like a Tesla with Elon Musk wanting all that negative or positive press, the volatility of AMC right now is probably going to make people stay away, at least for the short term. Maybe it'll get a little less stressed out in the future, but as of right now, hard to say. Whoa. Tad said, hint, look at temporal dips throughout the day. Very repetitive and telegraphed. Look at 9:30 EST on its daily and 2:15 on the obvious dip times. Interesting. 2:15 is central. Sorry. Thoughts on the CCIV for closing? It looks like CCIV is staying down below in terms of negative 40% down. You can't really prevent that from happening even at market close. It seems like it's not going to be saved by after hours. People who invest after hours are likely going to be a little bit more professional, a little bit more people with insider information. And it's not likely that CCIV is going to be able to recover from this 40% drop. Benefactor says, when you keep taking profits for increases as a Canadian, I get charged currency exchange and per transaction, so I could even lose money. Be careful. Yeah, regulation-wise, I'm not sure country by country exactly how it works. AMC's real estate portfolio is a liability for any company wanting to take over. AMC's in my area, real nice luxury seating, and they serve food and beer. What? They serve food like to you in their seats? That's awesome. But there are, looks like people also have reasons for buyout, new CEO, business verticals, which now makes them an award eligible for movies and bigger reason, move to esports arena. Once again, they could be eligible for awards that require a physical theater if they just make their own physical theater. They don't have to buy out AMC. Especially, once again, I'm going to tell you, the biggest factor whether or not an Amazon or a Netflix buys out AMC is whether or not they can predict if AMC is a good PR move, right? If they come in and then they just get like millions of apes really hyped up, there's probably not millions of us, honestly. I'm sorry. There's probably only like up to tens of thousands of us, but if you get tens of thousands of apes really hyped up, then that would be really a good PR move. But then again, if they tank the price somehow with like CCIV, right, talking about a merger, inflating AMC up, people get burnt on the way up, people get burnt on the way down, and now guess what? Whoever just did the takeover or trying to buy them out is now a bag holder for the amount of shenanigans on AMC's side. So that's why it's very dangerous to take AMC. That's why basically all of the incentives for an AMC buyout is likely negligible when it comes to the risk of buying AMC. The market's about to close. Let's make sure that we're looking at AMC up 18%. The title of this video is still so correct. It is really exactly what's happening. People are asking about Amazon buying AMC. The Amazon AMC rumor is a year old. It was back all the way in May or March of 2020. And then Business Insider or whoever it is just or Bloomberg, I think, just reposted that same exact article in French. And so this is not new news. Get rid of the fake information. It is not new news that Amazon was thinking about buying AMC. AMC owns over 1,000 theaters. That's exposure and spread someone like Amazon would have access to instantly. Remember, it's still about risk. If Amazon even did get AMC, would that be good or bad thing for AMC stock price? It would be good in the short run, right? But then, just like CCIV, if just a merger that has no actual tenuous connection, that isn't enough in the long run. because it's going to take a while for that to actually work. They've tried to acquire Landmark and Egyptian cinemas before, but were outbid. I like Amazon acquisition odds a lot. Check out the institutional buyer connection between the two. Okay. MVIS is now a good buy-in point. Microvision has gone up and down a ton. Questions. AMC is nice here. Nick himself, good point. Doesn't make sense to build new theaters when you can buy them on discount. AMC makes a ton of financial sense if you understand bookkeeping. So it happens. So if it happens after hours, how do we sell for profits? What if you want to sell today? If the squeeze happens today, guys, remember infinite squeeze. That's what we're trying to do here. Winter 88. Our AMC has lazy boy seating and concierge food service. That's why I can't afford anything there and have to sneak in ramen or dog treats if you're sneaking in your dog too. $8 after hours. Let's go. Let's make it happen. 5 minutes until the market closes. Apes can't count that high. Let's see. Those luxury AMC theaters are amazing, similar to IPIC theaters. Do you think AMC will be a good hold long term? It certainly seems like when the theaters open in 2 weeks, in New York at least, that it might set a precedent for the rest of the country. And if people are actually that hungry to watch movies like the Chinese markets have indicated, then they really could be a good hold long term. Let's see. William Urban says the only reason Amazon would need AMC theaters is for distribution of packages. Harry Lewington says, do you know anything about eToro, the broker, being down? I'm in the UK and they have been down for over 5 hours. Well, you heard it here first. eToro, not as good as WeBull. Go ahead and get your WeBull description down below. That overall whole market rally to close. Yes. Yeah, we're about to close AMC the second day in a row, double-digit percentage points up, 15% yesterday, and now 18%, hovering on 18%. As I speak, starting to dip, but it's still above 15% right now. GME also back up before the close. Let's see what GME is up. Oh yeah, on the day it's only down about 2%. Honestly, pretty sideways trading, even though a little bit of volatility has occurred. Nick himself says Bezos bought Whole Food. Can't discount that. The dude just wants to be everywhere and own everything that gets sold to us. Whole Foods was a huge play from Amazon's point of view, and a lot of analysts will say it was a genius play by Bezos. But Bezos no longer runs Amazon. That's new. Joseph Adkins, do you know where I can get a hold of Ripple, aka XRP, Coinbase, or anything seems to have restricted buying it for some reason? I think BlockFi should be able to. I can't support or deny, but no matter what, BlockFi is a great choice, especially if you wanted to cash in on this crypto dip. As of right now, where is that Bitcoin? Where is that Bitcoin? Where did I put it? BTC, 47,000, right? Oh, 47,500. Just real quick, right back up. Checking in on BlockFi here. Another video idea, says Rachel Gates Smith. Bitcoin price history as explained by data scientists. Yeah, I remember your suggestion. I'm thinking about that idea, working through how to outline it. It will take a lot of research on my half, so that's why we're gonna work it. Am I gonna stay a few minutes after hours? Sure, I'll stay. Wasn't planning on it, but since there's 700 of you, it's hard to say no. Let's see, another video idea. Oh, yep. Let's see. CCIV looks like panic selling. Elon should buy AMC and make the theaters Tesla showrooms. But then we can't watch movies. Hold the line for AMC, apes. Today's volume was huge, AMC. Oh my God, almost the day is almost over. People taking their 15 to 20% run up at the close at that red candle. Yikes. Oh yeah, let's make sure we're looking at AMC instead. Big red candle right before close. CCIV is really not attractive right now. Yeah, it's solid negative 39% down. Do I think Palantir is a good idea to buy? I'm about to release a whole video about Palantir in just a second. But yeah, I think Palantir is a pretty attractive company. Can't say this is financial advice, of course. Rick Ken says, I love all the brokerage CEOs admitting screwing retail live on CNBC. Tesla Vision. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Principal Finance Group just bought 215,700 shares of AMC. Wow, big boys. Well, we are just seconds away from closing. AMC was up close to 20%. It is now hovering around 16% up on the day. Still great news for AMC, up 50% twice in a row today and yesterday. Wish I could say the same about my boy GME. Oh, I wish I could say that Bitcoin stays down. God dang it. Excuse my French, but Bitcoin seems to be climbing steadily above 47,000, trying to get to 48,000. One last minute. Anybody want to make a wish about AMC? Andy Trong says, red candle, I see a time buy. Nathan says, I don't like the ethical issues with Palantir. Person Meatball should get a brother or sister. Thoughts, Meatball? Would you like a brother or sister? He's so tired. He's like, oh. Can you show us our watch list? Usually these are just tickers that are shouted out by you guys, but here, check out my watch list. We got Tilray, Afria, Sundial over here. We got AMD, Chewy, Ebon, Clips, Ehong, IND, and now the day is over. AMC has finished trading at 770. Congratulations, the day is over. After hours have begun. Oh my goodness, what a wild ride all the way to the top. I hope you guys enjoyed that because that was crazy. That was insane. Oh man, hashtag AMC to the moon. Nice. This is good. This is good. We like the stock. We like that. Let us go. We like that stock right here. So, what have you guys learned today? Meatball, what have you learned? You guys watch VeggieTales? What have we learned today? Meatball, what have we learned today? The day is out and we have learned a lot of these stocks have taken big tumbles red across the board. Is it the big 2021 stock market crash? Doesn't seem quite like the 20% haircut that we expected to see across the board. That did happen very early on today. So as a reminder, we saw huge losses in the EV, specifically for CCIV, down 40% even as the market closed. But Tesla seemed to go down 10% and then see that recoup back up to only on the day, probably down 2%. Let's actually look at it. Yeah, on the day, exactly 2.19%. But also we are seeing huge drops in the cannabis sector. All Sundial, Afria, and we have Sundial, Afria, and Tilray are both down. Tilray and Sundial are actually down 5% and 6% respectively. Sundial, of course, got hit a little harder at negative 12% on the day. We saw a couple of the blue chip stocks like Amazon and Apple fall just a small bit, but overall managed to get out without a scrape. So as again, what people ask me, what would I do with $50,000? I would try to hug the post of a blue chip stock right now because I know that they can't go up in flames when a market correction comes out because all of their stocks are based around their actual performances and actual concrete stuff. So big celebration. Bitcoin, of course, just burst over 48,000 as markets closed. It seems like it was depressed a lot with panicked selling from a lot of market participants who wanted to maybe cover their losses for the stock market. They decided to sell off a good amount of Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin, now that the market is closed and people are not allowed to do that, they are going back to Bitcoin already climbing above 48,400. All right, people are in the chat are asking about CTRM. CTRM questions. We got Let's Go. We got hashtag AMC to the moon. 770 is the big new number. Nathan Espinoza says, I recommend listening to Symposia's +3 podcast on the ethical concerns of Palantir. Sure, I'll look at that. Brian Chung, some whale of an ape came in at a close to push that last candle back green. Yes, that's right. We've learned not to chase and become bag holders. Yeah, don't become either, ideally. People are asking about CTRM. Scooter McDuder says, I learned the real stonks are the friends you make along the way. Never forget that. Really, truly, never ever forget that. We got Jeff saying that John Van volume was amazing today for sure. Will GameStop recover? I think GameStop has a lot of deadlines and important dates coming up, so GameStop is not done fighting the fight. We got Ra Iner saying, really like your streams, keep up the good work, and Hodel, meet you on the moon, greets from Germany. Guten Tag, guten Nacht. Thank you guys so much for joining from all over the world, wherever you are. Bitcoin is going up because Square just invested a lot of money. That makes sense. If you wanted to buy the dip like these big institutions, one last push, the pinned comment right in the live chat, also down in the description. Go ahead and click it so that you guys get that BlockFi link, so you get a free $250 with Bitcoin going up. I can't say I warned you that you should have bought the dip, but it's still under 50,000, which means free discount tendies. Rick Ken says, I learned this was all set in place by Wall Street market makers to shake loose hands. This really isn't a correction yet. And yes, VZ gone up because that's where the money has gone. And a couple of more people talking about SOS announcements. CTRM, I need to do a little bit more of digging around for CTRM. But for now, I am going to have to go eat something because I haven't eaten much today. And Meatball needs to go for a walk. Isn't that right? One more pat for Meatball. Here you go. There you go. There you go. And one more treat for Meatball. He loves that treat. And for now, but not for forever, I will see you guys in a couple of the clips that I'm going to chop up and upload to the channel. I would appreciate all of you watching that to the end because it is chock full of interesting tidbits that if you jumped on the live stream in the beginning or the middle or the end, you might not have seen everything. I really do appreciate you guys checking in every single video, hitting that subscribe button, smashing that like button, and for today, but not for forever. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.